Okay. Let's see. Is that how you crouch? That's how you hit. Guard, I presume. Hmm. Ah, shit. Hmm. It's probably best if I run off minimum. First, multi-stream. Stream chat, read only. Okay. If you're watching, I definitely know that my webcam is not as good as it used to be, and that's because for some reason this game runs at a higher. Ooh. I'm not sure how this looks on stream. 1 second. It runs great for me, but what is this? A clip? Wait, you can rewind on Twitch? Huh. Anyway, I mean, as super smooth as this is, pretty sure it does not look that great on stream, so if minimum is great, then maybe low will still work just as well. Medium is kind of pushing it. Definitely need to, if it's my first which by the way, I can play the game and see the chat at the same time. Oh, I forgot that I had. Let me mute myself. Hello there. As you can see, oh cool, that's what it looks like. So, even though I gave you the tier 1 subscriber, as you can see by your name, you have that star. That's what it looks like apparently to be a subscriber of me. Open performance window. Your stream is experiencing issues. Yeah, no shit. God damn it. This game runs on high. Fuck. Oh, well, I'm trying to stop cussing as much. How come Alt is to open the bag? That don't seem right. Right off the get-go. I'm gonna have to change the controls on that. I'm best known with I on that one. Alright, we'll do for now on that. Huh. My first stream of being an affiliate is not starting off very good. Hold on. You know what? Screw it. I'd rather it like run smoothly versus it just looking good and not running as smoothly. If it keeps up like this, then I'll probably just play Sims 4 or something. I was hoping when I play Sims 4 that if you were not available, then Ashley would help me. Well, Ashley isn't available, and then you're clearly not available. So maybe people will like seeing me struggle on Sims 4. Who knows? One second. Do I have to click the whole time? F. Yeah, true, you have been playing it for many years, so let me just get out of the tutorial place on this, and then I'll turn on Sims 4. How does my audio sound, by the way? Does it sound really bad, or does it sound like normal? Well, she clearly did not help me at all. Oh, it's E. Oh. Wait, I only had to choose one? No, I don't want this. I want the fire staff. Oh, okay, so I can pick it. Okay. Yes, that's what I want. Inferno. Yeah, the restoration staff won't do anything but heal me. Girl, if you do not get... Oh, wait, can I actually... Well, walk off then. Walk off. I'm going to take every single item I see here. I don't know when the next chance I'll have of getting these items are. So, I mean, is that it? Dang it. Hell, I've even forgotten my own character. Is it a two-hander? Yeah. One hand. Dagger and a sword. How about that? Right away to combat. Great. So long as he doesn't hurt me or has the ability to kill me, sure, why not? So long as he doesn't hurt me or has the ability to hurt me. Let me guess, if I hold it, I do a heavy attack. Ooh. Oh, I don't have to guard. Okay. How come I can't move my character? Oh, never mind. Ooh. And if I can't crystal bolt... True. Alright. Well, if I call you on Discord and you don't answer, I'll take that as If I call you on, sorry, this is definitely taking up a lot of my attention. But yeah, I'll probably call once or twice on Discord. If you don't answer, then I'll call Crystal on Facebook. Let her know that, unless she's already watching. Woo! Yay! Yeah, what do I care? If I permanently bind it to my character. F. Ooh. Stamina. If I remember right, Magicka is clearly magic, obviously. But stamina has to do with physical attacks. Is that just it? Do I just press the add button and then it just automatically is applied? Okay. Oh, I have ads now? I mean, I knew I would, but I didn't think like my first stream. Yeah, in case you don't know, I got affiliate on my last stream, and it's been a few days since then. I had to do a lot when it came to how I was going to get paid, and obviously I'm not going to reveal too much, but it's pretty complex. I did not think it was going to be as complex as it is. Okay. I did not think I was going to be, and yes, if there are any ads, obviously if y'all watch them, I will have AdSense from that. So if you saw an ad, then that means I got paid apparently. So that's cool to know. Oh my God, this. Whew. Oh my God. She scared the crap out of me. Don't break on me. I do know that pick locks can break on you. Come on. Then I have no choice. Okay. I am going to quit the game and okay, at least I got my daily award. I'm gonna play Sims 4 now. Alright. Okay. Oh, I forgot to install it, but it's pretty quick. Install Origin. Install technical preview versions of Origin? I guess? And obviously once the game no longer is playing, you'll see that my webcam has clearly gotten better. Also, there's one thing that I did. Yeah, I used to run ads on my apps, and it's really complex to get paid. well, maybe in the apps world, I guess. The percentage on here, like, I guess that's complex, but um, I because I've been doing Twitch for not doing, but like reading up on it, or just being watching YouTube videos for as long as I have, or streamers as long as I have. I kind of understand what to expect. Oh, I didn't even read what it said. What to expect when it comes to payment. The one thing I thought, oh, let's hope this is not showing. The one thing I did not. Well, I'm not saying that other streamers are lying when they say their subscriptions are. If y'all were to guess, well, not guess, but like if you know what quote unquote streamers say that they make from subscriptions, and you were to say it's over 50%, then they would be lying, because clearly that is not true. I gifted a sub to Tabitha, one of my closest friends, obviously. And by doing that, I know how much I get from that. A gifted sub is just as valid as a regular subscription. It's almost as if she were to subscribe to me as well. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean, come on now. Keep in mind, I gave her a tier 1 sub, which is the very bottom. Sign in to your EA account to link with Steam. Are you serious? Create an account. Jesus Christ. I should have thought this through. Alright. So if it's not too much. I also need to Sims 4. Oh, and that's another thing. I forgot to mention this as well. God, oh, apparently I actually did need to stretch. I had no idea. Oh, Jesus. All right, I appreciate that. That was also what I was about to bring up, is the channel point. Jeez. Apparently I haven't stretched in a long, long time. Please don't do another. If you do, then I'm not gonna do it that hard. Um. Oh, I'm starting to go into the red with my microphone, so I'm gonna turn it down a bit. But yeah, there are things called channel points. I've watched streamers for quite some time, and never once did I might have saw the channel points at the bottom left corner, right, where it says chat. It shows the emotes and everything. To your left, you'll see like almost like a bubble, or like a time thingy, I guess. Um, which, by the way, I don't know if you want me to say your name on stream, so I'll just call you by your username. Since Gamer redeemed uh, one that was called Stretch, uh, I then had to Stretch. I'm pretty sure all of you can see where that goes. So I don't know how many I put up that you had that you're able to redeem, but I knew that some of them were able to. You were able to control how I play the game. Like I had to drop a weapon or something. Sorry, I'm having to create an account right on stream. First name. Oh. Also, even though I'm not playing Elder Scrolls Online right now, I did reach out to Elder Scrolls on their website because they have a streamer team, and since I'm an affiliate, the weird thing is that you didn't have to be an affiliate at the bare minimum. Well, even if it was put in, I would not pick that to be part of what I would, because I'm able to say what goes in. Uh, Dang. For something as simple as Sims 4, you wouldn't think that my profile activity and friends can be viewed by everyone. I guess allow gamers to find me by email. If you're able to figure out what my email address is, uh, then sure. All right, that should be it. All right. Hopefully, I did not already forget my password. It says we have verified. Oh, I wonder if this is considered. It gave it to me before. Whatever. Oh, I almost said it on stream. Oh, all right. I'm all done. Oh my goodness. Let's hope that it so 2 4. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Sims 4 will be launching. I don't know what is with my speech tonight. I feel like I need to. Also, for those who play Sims 4, is there a way to play it on Windows mode? Shoot, I have it updated. My title. There we go. Any day now. There we go. Hopefully y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. Right? What the hell? I don't like the fact that it shows right there, but alright. Okay. Okay, alright, Jesus. See, this is why I can never be a decent sized streamer. the fact that that showed on stream and I did not know that, well, it definitely showed. What do I do? There is no play. There is no start here. It just says create a sim demo. I clearly. Okay. I get a young adult. He's brash, warm, or clear. These voices are really irritating. Wait, this is his personality? I should have figured that out. What is this? Anyway, I need to make it to where y'all can see what I'm playing. So I'm going to go back to my old interface. That ain't it. Okay, well now that I know this is Affinity, that's good. Uh, Alrighty. Where's that red one that I had? You're fine. In fact, I actually might call you right now because I'm actually kind of lost. And don't worry, I think you're the only one viewing right now, so there's no pressure. Are you there? Hold on one second. I have to. I forgot that I changed the audio. Voice and video. Output. This one. Say something now. One second. I just put it on default. Oh, you're on mute. Oh no, no you're not anymore. Okay. I hope I didn't screw anything up. Well, I'll call you on Facebook then. We're able to talk there. There we go. Much better. By the way, hold on. Let me make it to where I can hear you and not the game. Um, well, first let me make it to where people can see on stream what I'm playing. While I'm doing that, can you explain to me? Well, is what's a demo first of all? Instead, I know what it means, but because I clearly paid for the game.
In The Sims, you don't need it.
I don't get it.
You don't
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah,
But
don't do that. It's fucking annoying.
that's the only option it gave me.
Oh shit. Well, then you're gonna have to go through demo.
Start over. You want to start a new household? Yes. Well, apparently I'm able to start over whenever I want. Apparently I just got a hot Hawaiian guy, so let's go with him. I'm gonna make him brash. Pick and aspire.
Which, by the way, I can't see anything you're doing right now
I
because
know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I'm supposed to be making that my first goal, so you can actually guide me through it. Um. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I clicked on Sims. Let's match. I swear. By the way, are you able to play this game in Windows mode?
oh, I don't know. I play it on PlayStation.
You play Sims 4 on the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Oh, it's showing on stream. Now, it's not going to be as full screen like, my other thing is, but you're able to see what's there, right?
Are you asking me? Because I can't see you.
You can't see me? Hold on, let me.
Okay, so I'm talking to you on my phone, and I'm also watching you on my phone, but I can't watch you while I'm talking to you. Maybe I can't. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, wait, no, it's there. Well, okay, well,
Yeah, I can't. I'll
yeah,
have to go home and pull you up on my TV.
damn. Alright, well, I definitely think that your guide, even though you can't see what I'm doing, is way more
Right.
valuable than, uh,
The fucking demo. Don't do the demo. It's fucking annoying, I'm telling you.
yeah. Well, how do I tell the difference between a demo and, like an actual, like, the regular thing?
Because it won't pop up like, do this, do that, do this, do that. You don't have to
Oh,
do all that.
well, I
It'll tell you
apparently.
all what to do.
Okay. By the way, I'm on the aspiration part. In this game, like, typically, like, what is, like, I just don't know. Like, it says knowledge, love,
Aspirations
nature.
are what you want to do, what you want to be. Like, if you want to actually have a gamer on there, if you want your little sim to be a gamer, um, all that good stuff. It's basically what you want your sim to be.
Dastardly, oh, Jesus. Dastardly Sims perform stronger and more successful mean interactions. Athletic, it is easier to stay fit and trim when you have high metabolism. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. Um, well, I mean, he already is, like, he's ripped out of his fucking mind, so,
Okay, your sims can get fat.
yeah, I kind of figured. Well, I don't mind him getting fat, so I'm gonna make him creative. Hawaiians are,
Hey, we're kissing for the pushing.
thought you were saying that towards me, picking creative, but alright. Painter extraordinaire. What? This is what it means to be creative? Musical genius, best-selling author, or a painter. How's a paint? Well, I guess a painter is creative, but
Go to the computer. Do you have the computer thing
yeah,
set up?
that's the only way I'm playing this. Of course, it's on my
Uh-huh.
computer.
No, the computer icon for Sims gaming. What the fuck?
The what? The iPhone version?
For your for your aspirations, where you were just seeing like the painter
Oh
entrepreneur
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Do you see the computer icon? What do you want your sim to be? Do you want your sim to be a gamer?
I fuck it, sure, why not? I mean,
Okay,
I don't know what to expect from this game at all, so that's
okay, so
why
if you
I'm.
want your sim to be a gamer, it's cool as fuck. But you can always change your aspirations throughout the game. But
Oh, so it doesn't matter in the beginning.
no,
Then
no.
fuck it, fortune. I want him to be rich as hell,
Okay.
fabulously wealthy. I'm picking it there. Save household. Oh, never entered my name.
With that, you're gonna want to be an astronaut. Astronauts make the most money.
Oh, there's multiple traits. He's a goofball. Well, apparently I picked that without even thinking about it. Kind of adds up to how I am. Perfectionist. Well, if you want to make money.
Dude, are you making yourself? You're not Hawaiian.
No, I know that. I thought it was just random. I don't. Yeah, I'm able to pick like. Yeah, I can pick how I want to be. Well, let me do my traits first. He's a foodie. No, that'll make it fat. Let me not do that. Perfectionist. I want him to be perfect at making money. Perfect at making money. Fuck yeah. Oh my god, they have an insane option?
Yes.
Oh, this has become more realistic than I oh my god, there's a materialistic option. He, he's either
When you started watching, like when we were talking or whatever,
uh-huh.
the Sims game that I was playing was Sims 3, which, by the way, was the best Sims they have ever made.
Mhm.
But it was much different than this Sim. Like, it wasn't as realistic.
Keep in mind that is 10 years ago almost that I've seen you play that game. And I remember it being like I kind of understand how it'll look, but like that's all. I didn't really retain much. Which, by the way, if I were to pick insane right now, think about my three characteristics. I'm going to be fabulously wealthy, a goofball, perfectionist, and insane. Those are characteristics to no one I've ever heard of on this planet. So I'm going to pick insane because, other than the wealthy part, it kind of sounds like me.
That is definitely you. 100%.
Exactly. Now my name. Do I? Well, I don't want to use my actual. I can use my first name, but my last name. Oh, you can randomized gray. Oh yeah, I can do Pikawaku. That's what I'm naming him to be. Pikawaku. Enter description here. Hey. Save household to my library. Are you still there? Hello?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh. Yeah, you were like, even if you're not talking, I always know that you're there based on like you holding the phone or whatever. Oh, apparently you can play it in Windows, so that's cool. Let me just do that real quick.
There's a lot of ice, so.
Well, now that I have
Bourbon and whiskey.
what's the difference? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Do you know, or were you actually asking?
I was actually asking you.
I think.
As an alcoholic.
Well, I could easily just be an alcoholic too, but it just means I'm dumb as hell.
I tried to grab my refrigerator, my mom's refrigerator opening like 3 times, and I couldn't get the freaking handle.
Now, is that because you're that drunk, or is it because it's like stuck or something?
No, I'm fucking drunk as hell.
Oh, well, you sound really good drunk. You're not slurring. You're not slurring at all.
Well, my sister says I'm a blast when I'm drunk, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, like I said in Discord, I know that, but like when I get drunk, hell, I slur.
First of all, can your viewers hear me? Because
Oh, I don't care.
oh,
Keep in mind, you're the only one watching at this point. At least that's what it. Well, I need to refresh. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I think you're the only. Well, no. If you're not able to watch me right now, then one other person's watching me. Which now that I have my affiliates, like, I don't even know. Like, viewers is not really on my mind right now. I need to figure out like what I'm gonna be as a streamer first. The last thing I would want to be, the last thing I would want to be is a streamer with a decent following, and I don't know what the hell I am as a streamer. I don't even know what game I'm going to play mainly. I don't even know if I'm a talker. So.
It's really just killing sometimes.
How the hell do I even start the game? God damn it. I clearly saved him. I do not know how to play the game. Open my library. Would you like to replace or merge with the household you are currently editing? Merge, I guess.
I went outside. There's just this weird person out there, and so I'm going back inside anyway. Uh,
You have a stranger outside your house?
my mom's apartment, yeah.
Oh, does she live in like a decent place?
She lives in the same apartment complex I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, do you live in a decent place?
Yeah, but like you just walk outside.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying on Discord. It sounds, bad. But I'll tell you when we talk later.
Okay.
Well, I can't tell you right now because
I understand. I
said
understand.
Discord. It's not Discord. Okay.
I know what you meant. When we talk in general.
Yes, we talk to ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
For all we know, we easily could be talking to ourselves, except my side is actually being recorded at the very least.
Right. So I can't,
Right.
So just remind me later and I'll tell you what I watch it to because
I'll remind you.
It's frightening.
Frightening? Okay.
I wish I could tell you now. It's hilarious. It's like you're gonna laugh, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely remember. How do I... Notification wall. This game is not straightforward at all. How many Sims am I supposed to have? I'm still at the creation thing. Like, I clearly saved him. Type 1?
You can just have one. You don't type one.
Well, I didn't know that's what you said. I'm pressing tab, and I'm pressing 1, and I'm pressing tab 1.
No, don't press anything.
Oh.
At the bottom corner of your screen on the right side, it should be like, continue or whatever.
It says start over or save household.
There you go, save household.
I already did that. Now it's just two twins. They both look the same.
Okay, you might want to start over.
Okay. How many, now, to begin with, how many Sims am I supposed to start with?
You can just start with one. You're fine.
Oh. Well, I'm starting with the girl this time. I don't even care if it's randomized. Like, I just want to get into the actual fucking game. I need to stop cussing.
You can do all that other extra stuff later.
Girls are typically creative. No. They're wealthy.
I don't have a creative bone in my body, but okay.
Typically they are, is what I said. They also love.
I'm not a basic bitch. Yeah.
Soulmate. True. They big happy family. Okay. She's also childish. Clumsy. Yes, that's a big part of it. And insane. That covers everything.
Hold on real quick because I feel like my family's having an intervention with me, so 1 second.
Okay. Oh no. If you're able to hear her side of what she's saying, then well, I really don't know what to say. Also, for anybody else coming in, if you have ever played Sims, please guide me. And y'all are able to actually see what I'm doing. Oh my god. I think I actually did buy the demo. Damn it. What's the next one then? Add to account. Where's the other one? Well, since this is a demo, let me. Well, once I figure out where the Sims. Here we go. Oh my god. 18 gigabytes for Sims 4. Are you serious? Oh, hey. Apparently I did. I was on the demo. Apparently I was on the demo, and I got the Sims 4 now, but I have to download that later because that's 18 gigabytes for this stupid shit. So I'm playing. No, the demo. Oh no. The real game. Yeah, well that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah, the demo is stupid. I hate the demo.
Yeah, it all it did was just let me create a character. That was it.
Yeah, demo sucks.
Yeah. However, the Sims 4 should not be 18 gigabytes. Keep in mind, Black Desert Online was like 42 gigabytes.
Can you hear all the chaos?
Yeah, I
I'm
can.
so sorry. I'm sorry.
I definitely can.
It's a lot.
Yeah, if I was there, I would say it's a lot too.
I'm sorry.
Who all is there, by the way?
My sister, my mom, and Brian.
Oh, okay. Damn, they know how to make a lot of noise to make it sound like it's more then.
I mean, it's a lot going on. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Tell your mom I said
He's
hey.
having sex with a watermelon. A lot is going on over here. It's a good time. I needed it because I'll tell you about my bad day, later. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
I kind of figured that was the case, which is why drinking is occurring. But
Yes. Very good time.
yeah, let's just yeah, let's just keep it that way. Is all I'm saying. I'm just saying, uh, you know,
Well, look, Brian to continue having sex with a watermelon.
no, that is not what I'm saying at all. And in case these people can hear you, I am definitely not repeating what you're saying.
Oh, is it bad to say?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
No.
I didn't say
There's
anything.
only like a select few things I could get banned for, and that definitely is not
Right,
one of
and I
them.
think I remember them because
Yeah,
the
well,
whole
let's not
freedom
say
of speech
them.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, that's funny. Woo.
Even though I don't think that you used the word. That, I mean, the most obvious one
Oh
being.
no! What the fuck? No, I've never said that.
Okay, well, just making sure. Uh,
No, I don't like that word.
let's see. Now I gotta
If
change my
that's the word
title.
you're talking about, I'm pretty sure that's the word you're talking about.
Yes. If I say the most obvious one, and it's
Okay.
immediately what brought you to your conclusion, then yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in.
Oh, fireworks.
Yeah, your reaction to fireworks is definitely not my reaction.
I know. I know.
I know you know.
So you couldn't, well, play with me while there was fireworks. Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how I became like this. Where the second like any fireworks go off,
You've been like this, like when I knew you, like 10 years ago, whatever,
really?
6 years ago. Yeah, you hated fireworks and you hated trick or treaters. That's why you went with us to go trick or treating.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
I thought all this was new. Well, not new, but I knew that they were annoying before, but I didn't know that. Well, I mean, as I got worse, like I mean, obviously my hatred
Huh.
towards it got worse. But yeah, it kind of does
If
make
you
sense.
if you see them, do you still feel that way?
If I see them, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's people I don't know. But the fact that I was with you and I also wasn't crazy at the time, I was able to either fake my way through it
Yes.
with other people. What?
You've always been a little crazy. Just
I know, I know. Well, before I could definitely. People
You
would
still have
never.
a diagnosis, maybe.
Before, people would never ever say, like even now, people say, "I don't think you're."
People.
Well, these are people that typically,
People.
right, do not
Right.
understand what to expect. I didn't even know what
I've
to
met people,
expect.
Chance, but okay. Go
I
ahead. What
know
has your
that,
guy
but
since?
Tabitha, Jesus. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. A lot of people think that what I have, like, I'm completely, like, not myself anymore, which sometimes I am not, but even then I still am. But it just depends on, you know, how far removed I am, let's just say. I sounded very bougie when I said that.
Anyways, just
How
a
far
reminder, not people.
beyond I am.
Anyway.
Where did that accent ever come from? TV? Or did rich people actually talk like that? I always wondered these things.
I don't know. I never met a rich
And
person.
because you're drunk, you're as close to talking to Tabitha's conscience there is.
What the fuck?
So which
Okay, stop it.
one?
Okay. My sister says I'm drunk. I don't know. Destin, am I drunk?
You're definitely drunk.
Destin says I'm not drunk.
Who said? Destin?
Did you hear her? Come here. Destin, come here. Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Chance. Hi, Chance.
Oh, hey.
Why are you so weird? We're gonna get you this thing so you can watch him if you want to watch him. Okay. All right, baby.
The
Destin says
fact
I'm
that
drunk.
a 9-year-old can say whether you're drunk or not.
First of all,
I,
Destin, how old are you?
she's
11. She's 11.
9.
Hold on. Hold
Oh,
on. Hold on.
okay, okay, okay.
Destin's 11. Eunice is only like 17 months younger than Isabel.
I was gonna say the
Okay.
meme. I'm 11, so shut the fuck up. But I didn't know if you knew that meme or not.
But Lilia is 8.
Oh, maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Destin, be nice. Be nice.
Oh, yeah, she wasn't that younger than Isabel.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And also, you had Lilia 9 years ago, so that definitely makes sense. I mean, technically, maybe her birthday's later or whatever.
Lilia was almost born on your birthday, so there's that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's something I always keep forgetting.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think you would. Why? Yeah, why? It's your child. Of course, you're not gonna forget.
I know your birthday, you don't know my birthday. So.
uh, were you asking if my birthday is close to yours? I mean, if you count a month,
No, you don't know my birthday.
January 8th.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Why did you think I didn't?
I don't know. A lot's happened.
That doesn't mean I forget things
I don't
that
know.
I used to
Maybe.
like. Things that were like very obvious to me back then, are very obvious to me now. Keep in mind, you used to like brainwash that into my head, like when your birthday was. So yeah, it's not that hard to. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't forget that even 20 years later. Did your daughter just call you Tabitha?
That no. Hell no. I'll
I
knock
was,
your head off her shoulders. They can't even call me mama. They call me mommy. I yeah. I don't accept anything else.
yeah, that's why I was very
I
scared for
love
her
mama.
if she did.
Like I like mama. Like okay, whatever. But like no, I don't like mama.
Let me guess, you don't like Mama because it sounds country.
Izzy, okay. Izzy says I'm drunk, so we might
I
have a
was the
problem.
first one. First of all, you already don't sound like. I mean, you sound like you, but you also don't sound like you. You're
Oh.
well. By that I mean you're more than yourself, and you're very exciting.
I'm
I guess you
sorry.
could say that's not a bad thing.
Crystal says I'm better when I'm drunk. I don't know. I have a very depressing life, so maybe.
No, well, I agree with your sister. I'm not. When I said you were drunk, I didn't say it was a bad thing. Yeah. You're the only one who can pull off being drunk and be. First of all, nobody would ever say that you were drunk if they had to ask. Only people who know you can say that you're drunk.
What are you doing?
Which I wish I had that.
What?
What?
No, I'm a super happy drunk. I don't know. Like, I'm super happy. Like, Destin loves when I'm drunk because I don't fuss at her.
She's probably happy not to be slapped across the head on a daily basis.
I mean, she's a brat most of the time. Oh, sorry, Destin. I have Destin behind me.
Right in front of her. She didn't even do anything. God damn it, she's a brat. I think you put yourself on mute again. That also can tell you whether you're drunk or not. Let's see how long. Okay. I was about to say, let's see how long it takes until she realizes. Even though I clearly told you. Also, don't feel obliged to stay on the phone with me, by the way. You know, only stay on the phone if you feel okay to do so. And I think you put yourself on mute again. But, like, don't stay on the phone just because, like, obviously I know you want to talk to me, but we're going to talk tonight anyways. So I don't want you to think, like, this is your only chance to ever talk to me. There you go. Welcome back. How do you keep putting yourself on mute?
I told you to hold on.
I clearly did not hear that. You must have put me on mute and then immediately said it.
But actually, I heard all that you said. And do you want me to like call you when I can see what you're doing as well?
Oh, no, I'm not. I can't play Sims right now while I'm downloading 18 gigabytes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll let you go right now because a lot is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk whenever. I'll let you know when I get home if you're still online, then I'll talk.
Yeah. I'll still be here. Trust me.
Okay.
All right, then we'll talk later.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
All right, bye. Let's see. Albion. Did I change my title? Is the question. And apparently not. Or if I did, that's the most like half attempt at making a title I had ever seen. Oh, and also my webcam stopped working, so that's not any good. Oh. Deactivate, activate. Also, I can go back to Affinity. I did not know that this whole time, I did not know. Oh my God. 1 second. Oh, he's not that hard. I did not know that I forgot to put the game on. Dude, I already make a shitty streamer. The fact that my first thought isn't, oh, let the audience see what I'm doing, should definitely let you know. 2,500 kilobytes per second, 14.7 CPU. That is very surprising. I understand why it would say that while I was playing Elder Scrolls Online. Wait, it actually is saying, alright, it's saying I'm experiencing minor issues, and it keeps going between saying that and that I am showing issues. But I clearly can see on screen that I am not. Oh wow, Albion actually shows up really, really well on my stream. I mean, that kind of is why it is my go-to stream. How did that happen? Let me turn up the volume too, by the way. And in case Tabitha is watching also, I would say I said it during the phone call. I'll say it here, which is don't feel obliged to obviously be here. You know, damn, I'm really quick at this. Oh, killing him. Oh, kill him. But yeah, like from now until I figure out who I am, having viewers isn't my goal right now. In case now, if you want to actually be here, then that's different. But I know that um, you know, being drunk, you can have a different way of thinking, and you typically go back on what? How do you say it? On what you typically would do, and if it's been put in your head that oh, I typically do this, and it's no longer the case, when you are drunk, you probably will do that. So I'm just saying that now. So, with that being said, I'm gonna drop the case. All right. E. Shoot a storm infused arrow. Whispering bow. Then. I have to wait 10 seconds. Whatever. I don't know. Keep in mind. Right now, I don't even know how I feel right now. I don't know if what I'm feeling is bad or if I'm feeling hyper. I know typically people would say, well, do you feel bad or do you feel hyper? Like, you clearly could tell the difference between the two. But right now, I don't know. Like, hyper for me is probably not hyper for y'all. Whenever I typically get hyper, and I mean, keep in mind, I'm on a prescription called Vyvanse, and it's because I have ADD. And if you've watched my streams, then you know that it's so easy. Even with Vyvanse, I still have ADD, and I have the highest of the highest. Keep in mind, Vyvanse is Adderall. In case people don't know, it's just a different prescription. Um, I've never had like actual Adderall, but then again, I don't think it's necessary, seeing as how Vyvanse works. It's fine on me. 1 second. That was a lot quicker than I thought. So anyway, whenever I take my Vyvanse, I get hyper, and it takes about an hour for it to take effect, right? I typically take it at 7. So right around the time where my stream starts every night, I'm ready to go. Because outside of that, I don't think I would be streaming as much. And also, this is not as hyper, nowhere near as hyper as it used to make me. I don't even think right now I would consider myself to be hyper, especially in comparison. Before, I would be a talking machine. All right? I mean, I would just fly off the handle, and I would be very entertaining. In fact, that actually is how I would do my stand-up sets. And if you don't think I'm funny now, I totally can see why you think that. But 10 years ago, I actually genuinely was funny, and that's how everybody would ever describe me. like ever. I was always the funny fat guy. You know, the cliche, the trope. I don't know if tropes are words used for girls or not, but anyway, I was that cliche. And when you're fat, you need something to redeem you. You're already not attractive. Whether people are willing to fight you on that, saying, you know, if that's the case or not, but you you yourself know if yourself is if you don't consider yourself attractive, then you probably aren't. So, and I definitely do not. Whereas before, I had no comparison, so I automatically just assumed I was the most hideous thing in the world until I got skinny in 2011, and I stayed skinny all the way until 2014. Not to get dark, but I went into a depression. I also awakened much harder illnesses, let's just say, and everything I knew kind of got pushed to the side. But during that time, while I was skinny, I definitely would not call myself ugly at all. In fact, the girls who I typically would think about, being with um, during that time, obviously, called me cute, hot, everything. I didn't believe them when they said hot, but I definitely could understand why they would call me cute. And that's not high confidence at all. Keep in mind, this is someone who went from being fat majority of their life to all of a sudden being skinny and being called these things. It's so it's probably like a fact at that point, which, as obnoxious as that sounds, let's just get past that. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. Um, it's kind of funny because like I went from being a genuine nice person. I'm not saying I was mean, but like, well, we'll get to that. I had douchebag like qualities to myself that I definitely would never call myself a douchebag otherwise. The second I got skinny, I mean, yeah, I definitely was a douchebag. Um, how else could you? I mean, I was pushing away. No, I wasn't pushing away people, but I definitely. Now, my closest friends, obviously, I would still hang out with them, but like outside of that, I would um, definitely control who I was hanging out with. Uh, if you didn't offer me anything, whether it's you being a girl and showing me attention, uh, and by attention I mean y'all know what I'm talking about. Uh, y'all know what I'm saying. All right, not the friend type is what I'm trying to say. So either that or you had to if you were a girl, you either had to already be a close friend of mine, or if you were not trying to put out or date, uh, you had to at least put out like entertainment. Like if you were boring, I 100% was never going to be like. Well, first of all, we wouldn't, we would not be together for that long anyway. Um, I mean, that's just how. I mean, even now, like nobody wants to be with somebody who's boring. Like, and trust me, I know of at least one that was boring. But the only redeemable fact about her was that she was cute. Uh, well, no, I mean there are others too. Don't get me wrong, because like apparently when you're hot and you've been hot all your life, apparently you do not have to create or craft a personality. And I am not saying this to be the case with 90, not even 90% of the women that I met, because I definitely, what percent would I put it at? Well, based on the people I was with, I guess you could say it was. Oh, I didn't even know someone was listening. I was just going on. But how many did I go with that had negative? Well, not negative, but like boring personalities. While I kill these, I'll think. Well, clearly the fact that I have to like do the counter, like clearly shows that like it was more often the case than not. Uh, but it didn't matter to me because again they were offering quote unquote a service, if you want to call it that. It was definitely was not non-profit. It definitely had to, as a guy, pay for dates and stuff like that. And that's not to say like I had it easy. I still had to be entertaining too, but for me it's not that hard. Well, now it's a little difficult now, but like back then I would not even flinch at the idea of it being entertaining at all. So it was not hard for me at all to be entertaining. However, trying to laugh genuinely while these girls tried to be fun, because I would most of the time bring my friends and we would typically double date, and they would see the reaction I would have, even with people I did not know. In fact, there's one story where she told me later on what she was doing because I knew that something was odd with her. But apparently she was being jealous that the date of the other person who she's on a date with my friend, but you're jealous of her somehow reacting to me just because a girl is laughing at me and my jokes doesn't. And trust me, I know I've had plenty of girls laugh at my material. Does not mean that they're into you at all. And I had to explain to her, like, like you were laughing too. But for some reason, she thought she had to impress me by being funny. No, the fact that I mean, it wouldn't help. I mean, it wouldn't. You would be more likely to be called if yes, you did at least try. Uh, I had like three different uh, places where these stories were leading to, but now I don't know uh, where to lead it because in the beginning I was going down uh, my personal journey as to like emotions and all that, and how I changed by simply losing weight to girls how they are on dates or or just how girls are in general. Like, I mean, especially girls on dates. Like, that's almost like a science at this point. I thought it was pretty easy, which it For the most part, it was. I mean, take them on a date, take them outside the date, have sex. But every once in a while, I would have like a curveball thrown at me, and I'm not clearly I'm not saying all women are the same, but when like majority of the time a girl does something like confirming that what I'm doing is working with however she's acting, or just straight up telling me. Whereas like the curveball girls, they will show the same, laughing, touching, all that stuff. They would do the same stuff, but it would not mean the same thing. I'm like, so you're laughing, touching me, getting close to me, but you're not considering that flirting. And it was always my fault that I pushed it too far. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I understand the laughing. I can maybe understand the touching. But if you're purposely in my lap and I did not guide you there, what other way is there to see that? I forgot there's a time limit on this thing. Shoot. I mean, but really. But I even then I would still agree with them, because if they say that they're not comfortable that night, then, well, I mean, first of all, you don't have any choice but to agree with them. But I understand that. No matter how easy it is to become comfortable talking to me, or it's like, oh wow, I just met you. It's almost like I've known you for 10 years. The amount of times I've gotten that is unbelievable. But even still, even while saying that, I still am a stranger. So, of course, I agree with him. But after that night, I would say, well, if that is not okay, a message from somebody who is drinking. I'm not going to share what they said, obviously, but if you're watching, I hope you hopefully you don't get too sick, is what I'm saying. Oh, but anyway, I would clearly just point blank ask and be like, all right, with you being on my lap, if you don't consider that to be flirting, then what is? Their response was all the same. Oh, trust me, if I was flirting, you would know. Keep in mind, one of these girls who said this made out with me later that night. And if that is not, I know that's not an indicator of like you want to sleep with me, but that clearly tells me that call me crazy, but you kind of want to be with me, at least temporarily, at the very least. I say this because it always ended up turning out that way. Now, when I say temporarily, I mean it could end that night, it could end that next week. Y'all know what I'm saying. Either that could turn into a one night thing, or it could turn into temporary dating, etc., etc. But the fact that after making out with me, I don't remember if she had said what she said before or after doing that. And I asked her, Uh, oh wait, no, something else happened. Shit, I can't even tell you that part because obviously making out that's not flirting. You're just doing what it is you're doing. Flirting are things that lead up to the act, in my opinion. Whether that's dating, making out, sex, etc. So if I'm already doing an act, like you can't say that's flirting, but something else had happened, and I know that if this ever gets out to them, it'll be nonstop fucking harassment because I told the embarrassing story. Hmm. Keep in mind, it's not like this is the story I've told so far. Like, is of one girl. I was gonna tell this one girl story, but because I remembered her personality. Keep in mind, it's been 10 years since I've talked to this girl, as well as most girls, except for a handful. She was crazy. Yeah, for real. Hmm. I'm obviously not exciting at games because, like, when I'm trying to think of something, which I definitely need to lean on my talents, which is, or at least my old talents, at least, which is comedy. And one of the best things I was good at, oh, uh, I'm sorry if I missed someone following me. Jess, over, I'll play it again in case you're still here. There it is. Thank you for following. Uh, she probably did not follow during my story about girls, so well, trust me. If I was telling a story about a girl, I'm pretty sure you're not that type of girl because the type of girl in my mind who I'm talking about are crazy, and they definitely did not watch Twitch. But I'm not saying there aren't crazy girls on Twitch because there clearly are. Anyway, long story short, thank you for following. Sorry that I noticed right as I was finishing my story about crazy women, but nonetheless. Uh, and I have so many stories, like over, like, especially in school. Jesus Christ. But, and obviously I don't have to put a name or a face to any of the stories because the stories by themselves are so crazy that, like, people are automatically going to assume that it's fake because this is Twitch, and anything on the internet obviously is going to be debated whether it's true or not. So I don't care whether it's seen as true because people are still going to defend it being called fake regardless. Even if I were to have the person on saying the exact same story I would tell, they would say, "Oh, he paid her." Yeah, as a low tier, bottom of the barrel streamer, I paid somebody to tell a one digit number of people a story. If I was a bigger streamer, which I don't see myself being, but if that ever became the case, I definitely would not ever put the person on because then that would, I mean, she has the opportunity to not only lie and say what didn't happen, but then she would become embarrassed, try to rewrite history, etc. Because they're crazy. Not to mention, I would never put these people on. I don't even want to talk to them. They're all blocked. because it always ended very badly. Had a knife fight with one girl, with me defending, of course, not attacking. That wasn't fun. The amount of violence I saw in school was also crazy. I even told y'all a story where it was me and a bunch of skaters uh, called S4L, Skaters for Life. Something very stupid and innocent turned into be investigated by the police department because apparently they called it a gang fight because we actually were fighting against an actual gang. If you live in Chicago area, you'll definitely know this name. But if you live where I live, you also will know the name, which is GD, which stands for Gangster Disciple. I came in contact with so many people that were in this gang, like it's unbelievable. Like it, as far as I know that there are bloods here and there, but like where I live, it is only run by this one gang. Now that could have changed. That definitely could have changed, but I don't see how that could be the case unless every single person who said they were in this gang were lying, which very well could be the case. But like they were all in on it together then if that were the case because they were never claiming to be in a gang and then being by themselves. They would always be throwing up the GD gang signs and or doing the handshake. First of all, I've seen this handshake so many damn times. I know it by heart. Uh, and I know other black people that did not know these black people. Okay, so how would they know that handshake if they didn't know it actually and were actually in it? Nonetheless, uh, we never did actually have the gang fight because obviously the police intervened. But whether that would have happened or not, who's to say? But this is also, um, I used to call them mosh pits because they were kind of fun to me. Because back then, fighting was very fun to me. Um, I definitely don't consider it to be fun now, but I wouldn't shy away from it if it absolutely came down to that, obviously. But back then, um, any of my friends, if you were ever in a fight, the one difference between me and the GD people was if you started to lose, well, then you started to lose. Like you fought on your own. Which I'm not in the skating culture anymore, but back then you had to handle your fucking business. If you got your ass beat, you got your ass beat and you got made fun of. That's definitely happened to me before. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh no, every single time I've ever fought, I whooped their ass. I've whooped plenty of asses, but I also got my ass beat several times. There was a time where I thought I had clearly got my ass beat. Keep in mind, there was more than one person involved, but people said it was debatable whether I lost or not. If and they were, I mean, it was almost like how boxing critics are when it comes to boxing, I guess. They said on a one on one, because I've had fights with these two people before, and one of them, uh, he claimed I bullied him, which I never. And yes, I did. I was bullied, and yes, I did bully others. but I never once bullied people that were smaller than me. I bullied them because they said something to me that really got me to hate them, or they pissed me off, and it's something. Keep in mind, if you never did anything to me, I would never do anything to you. So these people always did something to me. All right? All of a sudden, I turn it around, and all of a sudden it's bullying. It's not bullying when they do it, but when I do it to them, it was considered bullying. Now, if anybody, keep in mind, there were people who talked shit about me, and they were smaller than me, and I wouldn't bully them because, see, where I come from, that's called, well, I'm not going to say the word, but it's the other word for being a pansy, which is you cannot beat on anybody your size or bigger. So therefore, you had to. Oh man, do I have a story for y'all now? Oh my fuck! See, this is what I need to do is just start telling stories. The reason why I bring that up is because I have a story just like that. Except I'm in the position where I clearly am smaller in this position. Okay. When I was in school, I hope that they change this rule because it is absolutely insane that when I am 13, 14, I had to share the same school as people who were 16, 17, and 18. We all know what 18-year-olds look like. Not only that, but 16, 17 are at least twice your size. Okay? And the story I'm about to tell is one of those people who, now, this is not the only time I got into trouble with people of this age group, but this story has bugged me. I have told this story to my grandparents, the people who I live with. I've told this story to my friends because I thought I had to be the only crazy one thinking this because everybody at the time, now I look back on it, and it clearly was them being afraid to tell the truth. But instead of telling the truth, they decided to call me a pansy because I would not fight back, knowing I would get my ass whooped. I know. All right, so with that being said, let me just say that, well, let me just start the story. Keep in mind, all this happened within the same day, and not only the same day, it all happened within the same 10 minutes. And I'm going to explain how that happened if we were in school and we were in class. First of all, it was near the end of one of my classes, which was science class, where my first fight happened. He was apparently a quarterback for the junior high I was at, which all right. He To me, I didn't even know he was on the football team even because back then I thought the football team you had to have size on you, and if you didn't have size on you, you had to be quick. Those were the only two stereotypes that I had in my head, but apparently they're not stereotypes. Apparently they're true, I guess, maybe. I don't watch football. But if you're neither of those two things, then you have to have a good arm, which I'm assuming this guy did. Anyway, I had braces at this point, and I had gotten them tightened the day prior. If anybody who had braces had their teeth tightened, not their teeth, but their braces tightened, they know that your mouth is sore. With that being said, that'll come into play later on. At the end of this class, this guy decides to pick on me, I guess you could say. Keep in mind of my philosophy, which is if you're smaller than me, which he only was by a little bit, but that wasn't the case. But maybe it could have been. I can't really tell what I was thinking at the time, but that's not important because we clearly end up fighting. Uh, he does something to me 2 to 3 times, and then the third time I just got up and we started fighting. And by we, I mean I, because apparently, not apparently, because it happened. I must have gotten up either really really quick or and he didn't have time to get up. But looking how the fight went on, I don't think that's the case. He did not even try to fight back. Which, with that being said, why would you do what you did? Which is this: he nodded my head, which by that I mean doing that to the back of my head, and he said, "Bitch." Now, while he's saying this, people are laughing, and I don't know this dude. I know of him, but I've never once talked to this guy at all. Okay? Never once talked to this guy. This is his first words to me. And we're coming up at the end of class, and I'm like, okay, keep it up. But I know I didn't say that the first time. I did say it the second time for sure, but I don't know if I said it the first time. The second time, however, he does more than nod me, which is he knocked my hat either off or he knocked it to the side where it spinned around. That pissed me off, and this is where I say, keep it up and see what happens. The third time, he says, or what, and then immediately punches me right on the cheek, right on the side of my mouth, where I had previously said my braces were tightened. They already hurt, and you're gonna punch me in the mouth? The second he punched me, there's no thinking after that. This was the very first fight that I've been in where I completely blacked out. Now, my friends in the classroom had perspective that I did not have at the time, so I'm going to tell you their perspective. They said I stood up and just started 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Like he didn't get up to fight, so I never once started to throw a different punch combination. So I was like, well, this is working just fine. Because in the middle of me blacking out, I do remember seeing there was blood. That I already do know to be a fact. I saw blood. Now, it later turned out to be from his nose, but the blood was like blood to a shark, you know. Because now I wanted you to become weak and I wanted you to become defenseless so I could inflict more damage. Like, you're not going to punch me in the face and have nothing happen to you. So I don't think I broke his nose at all. I think I just bloodied his nose, but he claims that I broke his nose, which I think is him exaggerating for the fact that apparently he is a younger brother. Mommy's drunk. Do you remember our handshake? Well, is even on? Oh, apparently she is. Um. Well, hello Tabitha. Hello Isabel. This is. I'm clearly. I remember multiple handshakes, Tabitha. But because of the emoji that you sent, I don't know. You'll have to remind me later on which handshake that is. Now, if you need to, well, yeah, I know at least one of them. So if that's the one you're talking about, then yes. Now, I don't know when y'all started appearing. Oh, I just saw Papa. Thank you for letting me know about the fireworks. And if you're still here, Papa, then yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm trying to stay busy by, I don't know, telling stories or something. But thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Um, but I'm sure I'll be fine, Papa. I'm fine. Um, didn't think you would be up this late, but anyway. So, well then I remember. Uh, Now I'm gonna finish my story, and if y'all need context or y'all have questions as to, because I don't know where y'all came in, just ask. Oh yeah, Papa, I forgot to mention. Either yesterday, day before, I think it was the day before, she saw you at Walmart and she was afraid to come up to you because she thought you wouldn't recognize her. Which the fact that like you hear me talking about her and Nana asking about her to me. Oh, it was yesterday. I don't know why it seemed so long ago. Was it really yesterday? I'll check later on. Anyway, well, if you see him in person again, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind. I would say, oh, well, I mean, yeah, he never is the one to like initiate conversation unless you're part of his church. And also, he only has met you, like he knows of you. He knows who you are, but as far as like facial recognition, I mean, he definitely good. Guess the headphones help. Going to bed now. Love you. All right, love you, Papa. And yeah, the headphones do kind of help, but I can definitely still hear them. But since these are noise canceling headphones, yes, they definitely do help. Even though one clearly is off. Good night, Papa. Uh, this is uh, the time he typically does go to bed, so I was surprised he was even up this late, but I digress. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave where I'm gonna start where I left off on the story. uh, and to review my story, because I'm seeing that I have new viewers coming in. My story started off where um, this guy I gave him I gave him two chances. Each time he nodded me or pushed my head, as you will, or spent my head around. Keep in mind, this is in eighth grade. And also to remind people, oh yeah, yeah, she probably was like, yeah, I don't know where she saw you at either. By the way, Tabitha, when you saw Papa, did you see him during when he was in checkout or not? Either way, like his one thing in mind is obvious. He definitely is not he definitely is not used to people stopping him all that much. So his mind wasn't there. So it's nothing personal to you, Tabitha. And the fact that he's saying hi, a few times apparently. Well, the one more recent is the Walmart one. The other times, he's definitely not going to remember those times, Tabitha, depending on how far back they are. Anyway, I'll let them talk in the chat. For the viewers watching, my story, besides the start of the fight, y'all also need to know that the two schools I went to, so I was about to say their names, but the two schools I went to both had this weird rule where 16, 17, and 18-year-olds could be in the school, uh, like 13 and 14-year-olds can be in the same class with the 16, 17, and 18-year-old. And speaking of my papa slash my grandfather, he taught by teach I mean like he substituted at one of these schools where he kind of made one of these older kids humbled, I guess you could say. He kind of treated them like children, which, looking back at, like, I don't know, I'm glad that these kids did not, like, get physical with him, because that's immediately where my mind goes to back then when it came to teachers messing with a student. Now, he wasn't messing with them. He was actually punishing them for already disrupting the class. But anyway, I digress. So there were older people in my school, and now this is the start of a fight. And now we're at the end of the fight, where the dude didn't even try to defend himself. Maybe I just got up really quick and he didn't have a chance to get up. But regardless, he didn't get a punch off, so I just high five. There, that's for you. Uh, Now, with that fight being over, this is right when that fight was separated. It was separated by apparently three people. I do not remember these three people separating me and this guy because apparently it was a lot harder to separate me than I remember, because I thought they just went, "Oh, stop," and then I stopped. Apparently that was not the case, because apparently when you black out, apparently you forget things. Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of figured he kind of forgot what you look like, which again is nothing personal. He has forgotten many people what they look like, and it's less time than when he saw you. Keep in mind, he only saw you one or two times in actuality. But of course, he obviously knows your name because of the years of. What's up, Crystal? Well, Jesus, now I feel like I should have started this conversation at this point, because I keep having to come back. So if anybody asks questions or needs context, just say so and say, uh, just ask what you need context about. So I'm going to move on to the second phase of the story, which is I went from fighting this guy and now it's broken up. And three people were like so against me. Like, I clearly fought in self defense. Keep in mind, he started the fight with a punch to the face. After that, I have every right to do. I could have body slammed him, broke his neck, and it would still be self defense. Or that's just what I thought at the time. Thank God I never broke anybody's neck. But if anybody remembered how I fought back then, it's much like how I fight now, except this fight doesn't count because it was the one time I fought where I didn't overly do things. Anyway, so once I went to the principal and everything, blah blah blah. I'm suspended. I'm suspended for 3 days. I All right. Good night, Papa. I know you're probably really tired at this point. Uh, all right. So at this point, I'm suspended 3 days, and I don't know if any of y'all have ever been suspended, but you don't go home right away. uh, well, in the comments, it was. Are you talking about the comments or my story? If you're talking about my story, then I'm talking about my best slash weirdest memory of 8th grade, which is a fight I was in, which catapulted me through popularity at my school. Which, how do you put money up? 150,000. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the effort, Kate. Oh, it's ugly. I paid 150,000 for nothing. Oh, my story. What does he want now? No, I'm good. I'm rank 5. Idiot. I'm just gonna ignore him. My story. Uh, it started off with someone picking on me, and well, I already know who this is because Tabitha, your mother, would always call you Des the Best. She wouldn't call you Des the Bestie, but yes, I know who you are. I would actually know you through her calling you Des the Best more often than she called you Destin, because back then you didn't talk. Um, Dang it. What does off mean? You want me to turn off my game? Oh, oof. Okay. Oh, highlight my message. Okay. The one you highlighted a message that was a typo, Isabel. Are you serious? Well, I appreciate the channel points, even though I have no idea what they do. But where? Yeah. How? Anyway, I have apparently a lot more people coming in, and we're at. I wish that y'all were here when I was beating this dude up in the story, but now I'm having the most people in my chat for the time I get called punked out. It's the typical game I usually play, Albion Online. It's my go-to game. Whenever I don't want to play uh, games, I guess you could say, I put this on and I just talk. You do? That when Isabel said you slightly remember me, blew my mind because of how old you were. But then again, um, my face has not changed one bit. I might have more facial hair on, but that doesn't. Well, I don't know. Well, she might say that, but I can't say that because back then you barely could talk. So Oh, well, yeah, right now it's 5 viewers, but prior to me talking about viewers, I had like a peak of like 8 or 9 viewers. So definitely some people were checking in that definitely did not know me. So that's why I was saying what I was saying. Because at one moment, like my OBS clearly said 8 or 9 viewers. Anyway, if they're still here, welcome, follow, subscribe, all that. Uh, don't worry, I'm not. Trust me, the thing on my mind right now is how to tell this story without sounding too much of a bitch. All right, so just so y'all know, I had just got suspended from school. Okay, and just so you know, Destin, I have never called you a liar. I just only take what your mom says as truth, obviously, because I have no other reason to deny her. Not deny her, but like disbelieve her is what I'm trying to say. Because I know for a fact that I would never call you a liar. Because other than right now, hell, Isabel, she could talk, but even she could not talk properly when I was talking to her back then. And back then, I mean, clearly, like, yeah, 10 years ago, 2011. So, however old you were in 2011. Okay, so that's what I thought. All right. So Isabel was the one I was thinking of when I knew Isabel could talk when I saw her in 2011. However, well, if anybody could do the fan art, that's definitely you, Isabel. So if you do, then let me know. I, I definitely could draw back in the day, but I definitely could not do fan art now. That's it, let alone draw. Anyway, I'm just gonna tell the story really, really quick because I've been holding it off for so long. I just got suspended, and by the way, I'm not gonna look at the chat for right now. The rest of the story is not that long, so uh, and, and now the fight just happened, and once the principal got done suspending me, I agree, Isabel. Uh, by the time and keep in mind the principal knew me at this point. The whole year of eighth grade, I think I've had maybe 12 to 13 fights. That sounds exaggerated, but yeah, I am destined. Which you shouldn't do when you get older, by the way. But I'll put it out. I'm sorry. So the second I'm done talking to my principal, it is now time for PE, right? Now at this point, I am kind of tired, because I had just like with all my might, I was swinging at this dude's face nonstop. Okay, now I had just got my breath back, and now you're right, and now the bell rings, and by this time, keep in mind, like it was at the end of the last class that I had the fight. And within 3 minutes, the whole school, or at least the ones that came up to me, the people who came up to me were people who definitely were not the classroom next door, which those are the only people who I can understand hearing the fight as it happened. So that means word of mouth definitely traveled during this 3 minutes. How? I don't know. We did have cell phones back then, but you have to understand in 2006, this is 2006, y'all, okay? text messaging is not how it is now. It is not unlimited, and it eats up your data. Now, people probably could have texted the fact that I got into a fight and whooped a football player's ass. Now, when y'all think football player, don't think tall, muscular, and able to whoop my ass. Don't think that. This dude was a little bit short. Where? Cannot believe I fell for that. Well, my mind was on the story. You have to ask a specific question as to what you need to know, Dest. But overall, I got into a fight, gotten suspended from school, and now I'm heading to PE. That's where I'm at right now. And by fight, I mean this dude didn't like. He started it. He punched me in the mouth. I got up and beat his face in for about a minute and a half. And it took people. It took 3 people, excluding the teacher, separating it. That's a lot sadder than the diff. Well, I know there's no dog, kitten, fish. Am I playing along here? I know Tabitha. I'm all over the place, but like you should be in my head right now. If you could imagine how many times like my brain is like skipping. Well, I'm pretty sure you do. So I'm going to collapse the comment section to where I cannot see y'all, at least until my fight story is over. That fight story is over. The next story is me being punked out by his older brother. Alright, so anyway, the whole school, even though it probably wasn't the whole school, let me just say the whole of 8th grade probably knew, but 7th graders definitely. There were some classes in 7th grade that knew me when I was in 8th grade because I either dated. Well, yeah, they were only girls in the 7th grade that knew me when I was in 8th grade, no guys. So if they were 7th graders that knew who I was, they were only girls. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So all of 8th grade and maybe some 7th grade girls knew about my fight and how I beat this footballer's ass. And I did not know that his older brother had PE with me, let alone that he even had a brother, let alone that he had a big older brother. Now, everybody is coming up to me saying, "Oh," like wanting to like dap me up and like, pat me on the back, basically saying, "Oh, I heard you whooped his ass. Wish I could have saw it." That was all I was getting. My chest got tight. Oh. Anyway, did you see what I said? I've been seeing what. Can you one day get a YouTuber? uh, Definitely didn't see that at the time, but I am seeing it now. Well, that depends on what size of a YouTuber you're talking about. As of right now, I highly doubt it because when I think of a YouTuber, I think of somebody with 100,000 followers and over, and I'm pretty sure they would only come on the show if they actually thought I was funny. Which, in as I grow, maybe, but right now, I don't think I have the chance to have bigger people on But who knows? Like, that's Twitch. Anything can happen, so who knows? Uh, so anyway, people are coming up to me saying, "Good job, you beat his ass." Blah 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 blah. So we're gonna get right to it. This older guy, I'm walking around because in PE back then, or at least in this school, they said you can play football. Same emotion for me, Destin. I also wish I could bring a YouTuber on, but the best way to have people brought on the show is by people just say, "Hey, will you go on this person's show?" and then send them the link. Which I'm not telling you to do that because I think you're too young, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, the brother came up to me, uh, and he said, "Did you get into a fight with blank?" And I said, "I don't know who that is. Who are you?" And he said, "Well, blank is my." I still don't remember his name, so let's call him James. "Did you get into a fight with James last period?" I said, "I don't know who James is, but I did get into a fight last period." And he said, "Well, James is my brother, uh, and I definitely have been hearing that you got into a fight last period, and everybody always says that it's your brother." Now, obviously, people, by people, I mean a very select few, because the amount of times I've told this to my friends who were there at the time, they said they had no idea that this even happened, right? So the fact that they didn't even know that this had happened means that the PE class did not see it. So at the time, I should have not been as embarrassed when it happened because I thought the whole PE class just saw me get punked out, and this is coming off me beating somebody's ass, so I didn't even have time to enjoy the popularity of being the one everybody's talking about. I mean, it literally lasted 30 seconds. I'm not even joking. It came up to from people coming up to me saying, "Oh, blah blah blah, you whooped his ass, blah," and he's like, "Yo, did you get into a fight with my brother?" Like two different emotions, clearly. I went from happy to, "Oh shit, am I about to get my ass whooped?" Now, I probably could have fought him and maybe have won, but knowing how tentative I was, or hesitant, I should say, so that y'all understand, how knowing how hesitant I was to get into a fight with this guy. Keep in mind, this guy was twice my size. So forget having a competitive fight. I don't even know if I would have been able to reach his chin. And keep in mind, he definitely was 16, 17, or 18. Because I remember he told me he was 16, 17, or 18. And at that time, that was the highest age you can go, was obviously 18. But there was also 16 and 17-year-olds. There was nobody who was 15 there, and the rest of us in my age group, we were either 13 going on 14, or we just turned 14. That's it. Unless there were people who got held back a year. But I don't consider those people to be that far off than people of my age group, because Tabitha is a year older than me, and that's how we met. I don't consider her to be that far advanced in comparison to me, even though at the time I somewhat thought that in the sixth grade, but in the eighth grade I didn't think anything of it. Everybody was the same size when you were in the eighth grade, except for when you were in this age group. So anyway, all this dude did was punch me in the mouth and said, "Well, if you're gonna do something, do it, and if you don't, then you're a pussy." And I didn't say anything. So he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." just by 1 year, which at our age is nothing. But yeah, I also forget that. Wait, Tabitha said that. Do not write Tabitha. I thought like Isabel or Destin said that. Whatever, confusing me. Unless you're so drunk that you forgot that you're a year older than me. Uh, Nonetheless, that's all that happened. The end. I have other stories where I got jumped and uh, beat up, and I have other stories where I clearly won, blah blah blah. But the next story I tell will have to be one kind of like that, where it's interesting to tell and it's entertaining for the audience. So drunk, souk drunk. Oh, she's souk drunk. I'm just kidding. If I was drunk, I wouldn't be able to. I don't know how y'all type so well. How do y'all type so well being so drunk? Every time I'm drunk, this is what it comes out as. Shit. How am I streaming if I'm not logged in to Twitch? I clearly am logged in. By the way, I am sick and tired of hearing this horse riding around. Like it's not just one horse. It's like if you look on screen, anybody who's moving majority of the time has a horse. So the hundreds of people, hundreds of freaking horses riding around galloping right now. In my ear it is so loud, but on to y'all it must not be loud at all because I've turned down can we please? Not y'all. No. What? No, not that. Sorry, I'm trying to like log into my here. Oh, that's why. Apparently, being an affiliate, all it means is it's more annoying to sign in. This is really infuriating. I can still see y'all's comments though. Oh, hurry up! Anyway, I can never be. Whenever I'm drunk, this is what comes out. All that for that stupid ass joke. What are all these things right next to my name? I get the star. Huh? I'm a subscriber of myself. Sub gifter. Yeah, because I gave Tabitha a free sub. Just because I wanted to see what it would look like on my stream. And broadcaster. The sub gifter and the broadcaster, those two make sense. But the subscriber 1 month, unless when I gave that Tabitha that counted towards me in some way, I guess. Well, just makes my yeah. Yes, that is the only reason. I did not know what it would look like on my stream. Hell, I made her VIP of my damn stream, alright? So when her subscription runs out, she will forever be the VIP. I probably should have put you as VIP as well. Are y'all putting the value of VIP lower than that of a subscriber? Unless unless the word VIP is no longer what it means, which means valuable, not just valuable, but most valuable. Ever since Isabel said spider, my eyes are starting to see spiders everywhere. That's what happens whenever I this hat is so irritating after a while. How do people wear hats longer than an hour? And I've been wearing a hat this whole time, which means the second I take this hat off, my hair my hair is already disgusting as is. And then you mat it down with a fucking hat. It's gonna look. I just realized every time I look down, y'all can't even see my face. So my bad. It's a bad habit of me to talk with my head down. But anyway, uh, I guess I could start another story because I see that y'all are still there, and it's just y'all. So, what do y'all want? Y'all want an embarrassing story, funny story, serious story, or no story? If you don't want. By the way, what are these websites where there are polls? Even if two of y'all are drunk. Straw poll. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna make a poll because I've always wanted to see how this works out. Because apparently you can check this stuff live, and it just goes up and down. So I just want to see if y'all are willing to click on it, and all you gotta do is press one button. You click the button that takes you to the poll, and then you click the answer. That's it. Oh my god. Whatever. I was gonna put a fourth option, which is no story at all. In which case, I do not know how to edit. So, when you click on that, it'll say funny story, embarrassing story, or serious story. And then in the comment section, if y'all don't want to have a story at all, then I'll do that. But right now, I kind of just want to see what it's like to see the polls, because later on when I do have more viewers, having polls is more required than you think. Because right now I can see everybody's comment individually, but later on it'll be going quicker than I can read. And at that point, a lot of my things will be chosen by polls, just like how a lot of streamers do. Let me know when y'all are done. Well, hell, let me look at the results. One vote. Funny story. I know that's probably either Isabel or Destin. One vote, one vote, one vote. Alright, well, whoever that one person is, uh, you spelled polls wrong, Crystal. The poll you're thinking of is the one we cannot talk about in front of children. And also, you seem pretty disappointed, too, if that is the case. That was just an easy joke to make. Outside of that joke, I don't know how to make that joke funny. Definitely did have another joke, but obviously, like I said, it is a lot more dirty. Which obviously, if there are children present, I will not. Oh, I scared myself, dude. How about that? Like the fact that I can scare myself by being a certain volume, like only Tabitha would know because right now I don't remember. So I feel like she might be too drunk right now. But if she's not and she's able to type and she's still there, which would surprise me very much. Well, I'm surprised y'all are even here. Well, I remember what it was like being drunk. Most of the time you're bored, but you don't feel bored, obviously, at the time. No pennies in her bra. Either I know of the story, or I'm involved in the inside joke, or I don't know anything about the story that you're talking about. But it's funny because like my memory's so bad that I actually think I'm in one of those brackets, which I clearly am in one of those brackets. Uh, if one of the brackets is me not even being involved in the first place. By being involved, I mean knowing about whether it happened. Like if it happened and it was a story that happened without, at the time, like I wasn't there, nothing. Or I'm the one who made the inside joke, or Tabitha or Crystal made the inside joke, but I was also there to witness it. Therefore, me being on the inside as far as the inside joke, or I don't know anything about it. Which one am I, Crystal? How old is this inside joke? Because I feel like this inside joke is many, many years back, but I could be wrong. Because there are plenty of inside jokes, but I swear, like, there's at least one story that's kind of similar to what you said, and that you were also there, Crystal. I mean, you definitely were there for one of our inside jokes, but I don't know if you know anything about it or not, or if you just made that joke up and it has nothing to do with an inside joke, and you just know that happened like last year, but we'll fill you in later. Okay, then I must be thinking of something else. I definitely want nothing more than to hear this story because you wouldn't fill. First of all, she doesn't need to like fill her bra up with anything for obvious reasons, but like the only thing I can think of is she was trying to be funny, or she was so drunk she just did it for no reason. Those are the only two reasons. Well, when I figure it out, I'll let you know, Crystal. But if it's any of the stories I'm think not stories but story, if it's a story I'm thinking of but can't remember it fully, you definitely do know about it, Crystal. Yeah. When was the last time she drank, by the way? Because the last time I drank was well over 5 years ago. So if I was to drink right now, that's one of my worst fears right now, which is being drunk and going live and not knowing that I'm live. Or I don't know what's worse. What's worse? Being drunk and not knowing that you're live, or being drunk and knowing that you're live? Because now you're performing, but you're doing it like probably more embarrassingly. Oh, well, that's not that bad. For me, like it would be my first time. I thought this was like her first time drinking in forever. Okay, sorry for hurting y'all's ears. Something, I thought something touched my foot, but nothing did. I can't go live, though I may get views for it. Did I read that right? I got you. Hell, now y'all are making me want to drink. But I can't go live, though I may get views for it. Well, live and live are both spelled the same way. I'm not smoking, Destin. What kind of liquor do you have? She told me she was drinking whiskey. Oh, by the way, she wanted me to not she didn't want me to ask. She said she would let me know, but she's probably so drunk that I know Jim Beam isn't a liquor, that's a whiskey from what I'm been told. Yeah, like 30 minutes ago, Destin. But anyway, what's the difference between bourbon and whiskey, Crystal? Out of anybody, I feel like you would know the answer to that. And why the sad face, Isabel? I'm still here and not drunk. How are you? Well, you have to be drunk at this point, unless you're the slowest drinker on the planet. How slow? No, I wasn't being serious, Dalton. I may want to drink, but I'm not obviously gonna. And also, I don't drink any of those things anyway. Maybe the Grey Goose, but I have to work up to that, especially if it's my first time drinking again. The last thing I want to do is wake up and, you know, be embarrassed, regardless if anybody knows about what I do or not. I know what I would do. And just so y'all know, even though it's like, it wouldn't surprise me, Isabel. Like if being drunk is like like if being around cigarettes was the case for being drunk, yeah, I'm pretty sure you would be. What's it called? Secondhand drunk? Oh, well, is Jim Beam a bourbon? Because I drank it one time and it was at your mom's boyfriend's house. The guy there with y'all today. I drank bourbon at his place and I didn't even taste it. Okay, so I was correct in saying it's smoother then. All right. Well, maybe I do know what a bourbon is. Maybe I didn't know the definition, but I definitely know the difference between like Jim Beam versus Jack Daniels. You know what I mean? Because you can clearly taste Jack Daniels, and by taste, I'm talking about your first alcoholic drink. Now, obviously, when you're on your fifth, sixth, seventh drink, you can't taste it regardless of what it is. But your first sip, you can always taste it. But for some reason with Jim Beam, I didn't taste it even on that first sip, which really surprised me. Hmm. Tabitha, yes, yes, we are. Uh, if I was still heavy drinking, like I was back in the day, I probably would agree with you, Crystal. But right now, I would say no. Hi, hello there. Remember my rules? Your rules? I mean, if there are rules, then yeah, I'm pretty sure I would abide by those rules. But I don't know what rules you're talking about. If you need, unless I'm thinking of rules. Oh, you mean drinking rules? Okay, I thought you meant rules by talking to you, which completely threw me off guard. Oh yeah. Oh. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think I know what you mean. In which case, yes, I definitely know. And just so y'all know, it's getting near that time where it's the end of my stream, but that doesn't mean I'm ending it right now. But I'm just saying it could end anywhere between now up to like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm just letting y'all know in advance is all. I've heard that word so much, but don't know what it is. Don't know anything. Yeah, Destin, you kind of came in late. That's why. It's not that I'm early. Yeah, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Destin, just so you know, I'm live every night at 8 p.m. If I didn't say I was ending it now, I just said soon. I definitely will have to mute the game. Also, I'll be right back. It won't even take but like 2 seconds. Okay. 2 seconds. Okay, on my way back. Whew. All right, I'm back. Nope, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, true. But last night I also was. All right, how about this? If it ever goes to like, if it ever is like 9 p.m., I'll turn on the webcam in a second. And hold on. I had to turn the air conditioner on. I just got a little too hot. I'm not used to wearing shirts for this long, especially at night. Okay, you opened the top. It literally was like just a few seconds later. Oh, YouTube Shorts is either like right on when it's funny or it's just like, why did you upload that? And it's got a million views just for somebody saying, you know what you did is wrong, and her saying, very ghetto. What are you talking about? Whoa, whoa, Connor, what are you doing? Retire, motherfucker, retire. Well, this will be the second win for Dustin Poirier, unless Connor has some wild ass. I'm not gonna respond to that. Also, Crystal, you're her sister. You shouldn't be saying what she says privately to herself. Also, I know she's drunk. When a passenger asks to be upgraded to, well, I might as well just watch memes with y'all then. Um, oh, I never quit the. Whoops, my bad. Hold on, y'all. Purple Flow. There we go. That sounded gross, but that's the name of what this is called. I'm just showing what Destin, what do you mean she is not drunk anymore? You can't get not drunk that quickly. You might see her acting away where it may seem like she's not drunk, but just so you know, it takes some hours to be not drunk anymore. This is what happens when kids who don't know what the it's the stupidest. Oh, but anyway, where did I see it? By the way, I know y'all probably can't hear what I'm playing, but I saw like it's official Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor 3, right? The first one happened in 2015 when Conor still was Conor. He was not only boxing, he wasn't just using his hands. He was swinging his leg around. He was very capoeira, very Muay Thai-ish. Second fight didn't do any of that shit. Just just because he knocked out Dustin Poirier with his hands, he thought, and he is really good at knocking people out with his hands when he connects. He thought he could knock him out this time. Okay. I already did. Well, I'll sit up. How about that for posture check? And obviously, uh, straighten my back. As far as the hydrate, I'm a really fast drinker, but I drank way too damn much. I drank the rest of the gallon of water. But anyway, if any of y'all saw the second Poirier fight with Conor, he clearly was the one that got knocked out, which I didn't think. I knew he wasn't going to win, but Jesus Christ. The fact that he lost from a knockout, I was like, oh, okay. Conor can retire now. He's trying to get his stupid win back. I don't think it's going to work out too well. And hopefully, well, he was doing well early on, and then Dustin started kicking his shin. Which, by the way, if y'all don't know, the meat in your shin bone, I mean, not your shin, the calf. It was the calf kick. The calf, the meat in your calf, is so little that when you do kick it, there's nowhere for the damage to go. So the swelling is unbelievably like painful because you cannot swell that much, right? So every kick that you receive from like a pretty big UFC fighter, like Dustin is one of the bulkiest 155 people I have ever seen. Anyway, I'm just really big into UFC. I wonder if I would get in trouble for watching UFC on Twitch. This is live July 10th. Oh, it's not even that far away. See what I mean? Bad, Connor. I couldn't possibly get in trouble for watching Pride fights. If I do, whatever. It'll just be for a few minutes. Because that's what I like to... I just need something in the background. Here it is. I just need... And by the way, Pride is a Japanese fight organization that was way bigger than UFC. And they were like unrivaled. Unrivaled. The only reason that they died out was because of their mafia connections, their Japanese mafia connections. which over there is called the Yakuza. What is this? Why not? Apparently, I already looked this up. Skip. What? You can't hear me? Oh, my mic is all the way down. I'm so sorry. When I went to this preset, that's why you could. I wish I had saw this earlier. My bad. Well, y'all could hear me now, right? One second. Yeah, y'all can hear me. Well, if you can't hear me, I literally just went to my Twitch and I could hear me plain as day without even the volume being turned up all the way. Make sure your Twitch volume is up. You know, your volume might be up, but your Twitch volume might be down. And this is where my ADD kicks in and I start to lose attention span. You said that, right? Yeah. Why is my sound on 91 and I cannot hear you? I fixed it, and then now you're saying no one said we can't hear you. We hear you fine now. You're watching Pride Fighting. Well, this can't be worse than like. I'm pretty sure. I mean, nothing is bad on here. Just regular fighting. This guy on the bottom sucks. He's not exploded. Right when I said it, he tried to, and that was the crappiest explode I have ever seen. What you're supposed to do is explode and try to get the person off of you uh, with your hips as quickly as possible to get them off balance, and then you're supposed to either get a better position or I fought a lot on the ground, so I typically am the one on the top, but I've been on the bottom before too. It takes a lot to get somebody off of you. Like, try it. Like, Crystal, well, no, y'all are drunk. Y'all are going to hurt yourself. If anyone is to try it, do it playfully, obviously. You might actually hurt yourself. Not saying this for anyone. Neither the two kids versus the two drunk people in my chat. I knew these jokes would come up. I mean, that's what everybody joked about in UFC early on. Was that it looks like two men hugging each other. Ooh, I forgot you can kick people in the head even while you're on the ground. This is not the most exciting fight ever, so I'm just gonna skip it. Ooh, who is this? if any of y'all have been like choked like with your carotid arteries, it doesn't hurt. But if you've ever been, blood choked before, see, I barely did it and I already hurt myself. Just put this bone right here. It hurts like hell. I've had that been put on me multiple times in my life. And when you're on a street fight, people don't give up just because you tap out. They will stop only when people make them stop. So I feel like my fights, and this could be said for me as a little kid too, because I was the oldest in my family, but when it came to my cousins or my older stepbrothers, my my other cousin, I was always smaller. So there definitely were times where I've been blood choked as a kid too. And kids when they're angry and they're trying to do something, I mean that could have went very bad very fast. Okay, Tabitha. You might tap out from that type of choking, but well, I shouldn't joke about them. Y'all are about to make me stop my stream really, really quickly. Also, y'all pay attention to who's in the chat, alright? I feel like I'm the only responsible one here. Right back to the ground. Well, no, he actually was doing something. He might have won. Are you serious? He won from. How did he lose? The dude that's clearly winning right now ended up losing. Oh, submission. He might have armbarred him. That's how he lost. What? I don't know if y'all are able to hear, but if you can't hear, it's just crowd reactions and stuff like that. What is he doing? Did y'all see him punch him in the dick? I mean, the. Yeah, he punched him downstairs. I shouldn't have said that word. I'm sorry, but what? You could punch people? That is such, no pun intended, but that is such a low blow. Oh, he actually won. I was curious how he was always in the winning position, but somehow he lost. All right, well maybe that was, and obviously he's Japanese, so clearly. Oh, the best Japanese fighter of all time, right here. Apparently he's not fighting. No, maybe he is. Right? Dude, I've been looking for so. He went to the ring to do a promo. If the announcers would shut the fuck up, I could tell y'all like bits and pieces of what he's saying. I watched enough anime to like understand words by now. I've watched it for damn near like over 10 years. I can't speak it fluently, obviously, but I know enough of what he was kind of saying. But because of the announcers were talking on top of it, it was pissing me off. Well, anyway,